TV station. The NEK-TV, yeah.
But she volunteers, so she feels that she's allowed to act, and she is allowed to act as a citizen. Because just getting
No, I didn't. I sort of. To be able to speak.
they made a fuss about the sort
for coming tonight. I've still got the gavel. And what we're going to do is, and bear with us, probably some of this is going to be winged. We're going to have a ceremonial swearing in so that the public can see that we didn't go in the dark room and swear the mayor in. All it wasn't, the room was bright. And so we're going to conduct the swearing in and then a few remarks before we get into the actual meeting. Okay?
Okay, Linda, Madam Mayor, can you join me up front? Okay, so we're going to publicly swear you in. You're going to raise your right hand, please. Do you, Linda Joy Sullivan, solemnly swear or affirm that you will faithfully execute the office of mayor within and for said city, and will adhere to equal right and justice to all persons to the best of your judgment and ability according to law? And do you also solemnly swear that you will support the constitutions of the state of Vermont and the United States, so help you God?
I do.
So we're going to have some welcome remarks and transfer of the gavel. I can do it right now, or I don't know when I'm speaking. I just want to say we've had the election, and it mattered to whoever won, we were going to support as a council. And unofficially, I am so happy that I'm going to turn this gavel over. We're going to have a few sessions to talk. I met her this morning for the first time, and I offered the gavel in. She said, no, I want it, not yet. So she's going to get the support of this council. We always have supported the mayor. I want to tell everybody that I just told her this is the sixth mayor I've been under or worked with. So it means I've been here for quite a while. But this is going to be my final hurrah. But I want to congratulate you, first of all.
Thank you.
And this is yours now, ma'am. Now let me put that. Just don't hit my fingers if they're over. But no, this is good. We've had the election, and now we go forward. And hopefully, we can bring some of the distrust and stuff back into line. Thank you.
Thank you. So as interim city manager, it's my privilege to represent the employees of the city of Newport across all of the departments in the municipality. And we welcome you. It's our privilege to welcome you as our mayor. And as you learn about the organization, I hope you will see what an incredibly talented, dedicated group of people respond to the day-to-day needs of this community, often under some of the most difficult circumstances that one can imagine. So we welcome you. We look forward to working with you and moving forward in this new chapter for Newport.
Thank you.
sorry, I should have introduced you. So, comments now by our new mayor, Linda Joy Sullivan.
Wow. So I'd like to say how overwhelmingly thankful I am and honored I am to work with the council, this wonderful staff, and to represent all of the people who had the faith to put me here. I'm here for you. I want to hear everything you have to say. A lot of the issues are complicated. We will flesh them out, and I'm here to listen, and I'm here to work with these wonderful people and figure it all out. So, ready? Set? Go.
So I would invite all of the staff members who are here tonight to come to the front so that we can get a photo of our municipal government together with our new mayor, their council. And if you would join us to the front, all of the employees who are here tonight, the department heads, and anyone else who's come tonight. That would be wonderful. Yeah. Should we all stand up? We might get a bunch of heads if we don't. There we go. Don't break the city, Clark. Let's do this. There we go.
Move up.
Let's all move up. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Let's do this.
Actually, you want to sit there, I want to make sure your sign's in front of you.
Right, Linda, that's right.
You want to touch my sign?
No, it's not. I mean,
Okay.
Everybody crawling.
and if I could, the city council sit down, please, in your seats, and the city staff.
This person?
No, the city staff behind the council, please.
This is going to be the most difficult thing we've ever.
It's all right. I'm sorry.
I feel like I was.
That's good.
Yeah, really.
There we go, thank you.
I was in a wedding once with the bride and groom worked for Sullivan back in the day.
Take it away.
Watch the rhythm. The Newport City Council regular meeting is called to order at, please let me get this. Do I have the time?
It's 6:40.
6:40. Present at the meeting are council members, President John Wilson, Kevin Charbonneau, Chris Vachon, Clark Curtis, staff members, City Clerk and Treasurer James Johnson, Interim City Manager Karen Garrity, Programs Director Rebecca Terrian. Additional staff members present are Police Chief Travis Bingham, Fire Chief John Harlemer, Public Works Director Thomas Bernier, Recreation Director Michael Brown, and Zoning Administrator and Assessor Frank Cheney. Members of the audience are reminded that members of the press are present, and these proceedings are being recorded for current and future broadcast over the city's cable television channel. Members of the audience are further reminded that the Newport City Council meetings are for the purpose of allowing the city council members to conduct city business. The city council meetings are the only time that the city council discusses, deliberates, and decides upon city matters. City council meetings are held in public. They're here to promote transparency and accountability in government. And they are distinct from public hearings, from town meetings, and that they are not meetings of the public. Members of the public shall be afforded a reasonable opportunity to express opinions about matters considered by the city council. So to conduct orderly and efficient meetings, I kindly request that the public's cooperation and compliance with the published guidelines when participating in the meeting. I thank you for that. The next item on the agenda is number 2. Councilpersons, are there any additions, deletions, or changes to the agenda?
I have one. I'm going to introduce a new tax rate on the old business. I didn't get it done in time to get it on the agenda. It is then calculated as that. I'll do that under old, new business.
Under new business? So the new tax rate will be added to the agenda under new business. The next item on the agenda is number 3, the approval of the minutes of July 24, 2023. Councilpersons, a copy is in your packet.
I move to approve the minutes of July 24, 2023.
Do I hear a motion to approve? Well, thank you for that. Since are there any changes first, since they're already approved, we're good? Okay, do I hear a second to that motion?
I'll second.
I have a motion to approve the minutes of July 24th, 2023, and I also have a second to approve for the minutes for 2024, for July 24th, 2023. All those in favor say aye.
Aye. All
All those opposed say nay. The ayes have it, so the motion will carry.
You don't have to sign
Okay, so the next item is item number 4 on the agenda. Comments by members of the public. When your name is called, please speak into the microphone, state your name and residence or your affiliation. You will have 2 minutes for your comment. First person, Amy Gillespie of Newport.
Amy Gillespie from Newport. My question was for Karen. I had emailed Karen July 15th with a question, which isn't really matter right now. Yes. Mayor. Miss Mayor, Madame Mayor. I had emailed Karen along July 15th with a question about something that is irrelevant now, but I didn't get a response. I also emailed her with a different thing that's really important August 2nd. It is time sensitive, so I wanted to make sure if it needed to be voted on, that there's a possibility today. In the past 2 years, I've done an overdose awareness display at the end of East Hill, East Main, sorry, I'm a little nervous. And Laura Dolgan always just gave me the okay right away. There was no question, you know, she gave me the dates and it was okay to go. I just wanted to make sure that that would be approved again, because I am looking to work with Journey to Recovery and the high school this time, and then the days are just ticking away. So I just wanted to put that out there, and I guess that's what I'm doing.
Okay, thank you for your comment.
So, and if you could just let me know what email address you're using?
The city manager.
I haven't received any. So we'll look into it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
And your name is?
Amy Gillespie.
Okay. The next person is Jennifer Bierling.
I'm Jennifer Bierling. Is it coming through the microphone? I'm Jennifer Bierling. I'm from Newport. So, Mayor Sullivan, I would first like to welcome you aboard the Newport City Council and extend my gratitude for your willingness to serve. During the mayoral debate, you stated that you had substantial experience as a forensic accountant. Further, in a press release issued by your husband's law firm dated July 15, 2017, announcing his law firm's collaboration with your CPA firm, Mohan Sullivan, I believe, is that how you pronounce it, ma'am? Yeah. It was held out to be an audit, accounting, and forensic services practice. Additionally, your LinkedIn page lists forensic analysis as one of your areas of expertise. On the Campaign for Vermont website, the December 21st, 2022 announcement of your appointment to its board stated you were a CPA and a forensic investigator. The city of Newport is truly fortunate to have a mayor with these credentials, and here's why. For many years, the City Council has not honored its statutory duty of examining water and sewer fund expenses. The former mayor, Mayor Monette, stated that for 26 years he had been associated with the council. The council never reviewed the water and sewer expenses. Our former city manager began a practice in and around fiscal year of 16-17 of shifting expenses from the general operational fund to the water and sewer funds. These shifts were not supported with any type of documentation to justify the move, such as time logs, mileage logs, etc. Hence, many expenses are now embedded in the water and sewer funds that are not legitimately tied in nature and or scope to the water and sewer departments. I suggested to our new interim city manager that a forensic audit should be conducted on the water and sewer funds. Ms. Garrity did not disagree, however, the cost of such an audit is substantial. Upon canvassing the members of the council reported that the cost was prohibitive. Given that forensic accounting is your area of expertise, I ask if you will conduct an internal forensic audit of the water and sewer funds, and I would also ask if you could supply a timeline for its completion. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. Next item on the agenda is item number 5, the water and wastewater allocations. Councilpersons, A copy of the application is in your packet. I recognize Thomas Prunier.
Everybody has the water and sewer allocation. It's for the expansion at the old convent, Sacred Heart School, for a 26-unit apartment complex. All the paperwork's here, the engineering design of what they're asking for the allocation, and the check was paid to the city of Newport.
Are there questions from the council? Are there questions from the public? Do I hear a motion to approve the water allocation?
Madam Mayor, I'll make the motion to approve the water allocation for the 119 Claremont Terrace, the old convent.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the water allocation. Is there further discussion by the council? All those in favor of approving the water allocation, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Nay. The motion to approve the water allocation carries. Councilpersons, do I hear a motion to approve the sewer allocation?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Do I have I have a motion and a second to approve the sewer allocation. Is there further discussion by the council? All those in favor of approving the sewer allocation, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. The motion to approve the sewer allocation carries.
Madam Mayor, point of clarification for the press. Who is the applicant and how much are they asking for? On the water and the sewer.
The applicant is the owner of the buildings up there, which is, I believe, Berlin. And for the water, it's 4,340 gallons a day. It's for 26 units.
And I'm sorry, sewer, or is it the same? I'm s- Yep, no, thank you, Mr. President.
Just one sign.
And then turn that back on the camera.
Just comes down to here. No, it's just her signature. It just comes to me.
It goes to Karen.
The whole packet. The whole thing.
The next item on the agenda is item number 6, the Development Review Board nomination. Councilpersons, materials are in your packet. John's here. I recognize John Hollimer, Chair of the Development Review Board, to give his update.
To give, so he, so you want to do the fire truck first and?
Oh, sorry, did I pass one?
You want to read your letter?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's pretty simple.
Well, yeah.
Our last DRB meeting, we interviewed Patrick over the phone. He wasn't feeling well that night, so we didn't actually visit him in person. But we had a probably 10 or 15-minute conversation of the whys and wherefores he wanted to come and hang out with us. And everybody on the board unanimously decided to bring his name forward for appointment.
Do I hear a motion to approve the nomination to appoint Patrick Hurley to the Development Review Board?
Madam Mayor, I make nomination that Patrick Hurley would be recommended for position in the DRB.
I have a motion to approve the nomination of Patrick Hurley to the Development Review Board. Do I hear a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the nomination of Patrick Hurley for the Development Review Board. Is there further discussion by the council? All those in favor of approving?
Are we allowed to discuss?
And this is an appointment. All those in favor of approving the appointment of Patrick Hurley to the Development Review Board, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. The motion to approve the appointment of Patrick Hurley to the Development Review Board carries. The next item on the agenda is item number 7. Update on the new fire truck. I recognize John Parliament, Fire Chief, who will provide an update.
Okay. First of all, Madam Mayor, I want to welcome you to our city and look forward to working with you. I want to thank you for making yourself available this weekend to join us at our VSFA conference. We had a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's the good part. Two of my members of my department and myself, part of our truck committee 2 weeks ago went out to Sioux Falls, South Dakota to do the final inspection on our new fire truck. While we were there, we discovered that unfortunately the truck was not built to our specifications, and we did not accept the truck, and we are in the process of figuring out what our options are. I wish I had better news. I wish I had more news, but that's where we're at right now.
Thank you.
Yes?
What happened?
There was a failure in engineering somewhere along the way. They don't know exactly where. We specifically designed some features into the vehicle for our long-term use and growth based on our manpower issues, and unfortunately they were not built that way. We came up with about 21 different defects of different sizes. Some of them were deal breakers, some of them were just minor. There was a compartment that we designed specifically, there was a hose well we designed specifically, and there was a set of stairs going up the body to make it accessible to reach the dunnage area and the deck gun. In order to fix and repair those issues, they would have had to literally completely remove the body, remove the tank, cut the body, rebuild the body, put the truck back together again. And that's not acceptable on an $800,000 piece of equipment to get something that's been hacked up and put back together again.
So in my travels the past week or so, all I've heard is complaints about this issue. Dozens of you. Who pays for this back and forth traveling? The association or the city?
These trips were included into the bid of the vehicle.
So
If they are paid for by the dealership, and it comes out of their settlement at the end of the deal.
taxpayers paying for
That,
this?
yeah, basically it's built into the bid.
So you've been there before?
We've been there twice.
Why?
We went out for our pre-construction, where we go out and we actually design the truck. We spent 2 days out there with the engineers, line by line, item by item, designing the truck. That's why the key features that we designed into the truck that weren't built the way that we wanted them were deal breakers.
Isn't there back and forth communication?
Yes, there is, and we got a skeleton view of the body. We identified that the fact that the compartment wasn't built correctly. Emails went back and forth. The final email that we received was, yes, it fits, that the compartment was built correctly, and when we got out there, it was not.
Who's taking responsibility?
The manufacturer. There's a few options on the table right now. I'm not really want to get into. They're kind of technical at this point. The dealership has assumed responsibility for the mistakes.
Any further questions?
Yeah, I have a couple questions. So they are going to still honor the price,
Yes.
the 800,000, well, I would hope so. And number two, as they start again, how long are we looking at? Another 6 months or
It'll be a minimum of a year.
a year? And you're good to go? We're gonna have to.
Well, we're still working out the details of how it's going to work and what's going to be done. Like I said, it's very fluid right now. We've made a lot of requests moving forward in order to let them do the job. There were some major integrity problems with the staff out there that we're trying to resolve. We're struggling with the fact that they misled us on a bunch of different things in the process. We spent literally hundreds and hundreds of hours between the staff and myself. The dealership did a wonderful job trying to keep up with all the requests and issues and stuff that we brought forward. We have multiple email documentation that I've shown Karen of discussions back and forth. And the hard part right now is the fact that even though they were put on notice that it was incorrect, while there was a chance to fix it, they did not.
But they're gonna honor if they didn't, are there other manufacturers that make them?
There are.
Okay.
And here's the thing. We're struggling with the attitude and the issues and the dishonesty that we dealt with. But to go elsewhere would cost more money.
Yeah, okay.
That's why I'm really reluctant to get into a lot of details. There's a lot of negotiation going back and forth. The company that built it is part of a large conglomerate. They own 5, 6 different fire truck manufacturing companies, and it has made it all the way up to the upper echelon, but we haven't reached a final.
Okay, just keep us posted. Thank you.
If I could make a comment? So, just to clarify why design issues are important. So across the state, across the country, it becomes ever more difficult to recruit firefighters to these positions. And our community, like all other communities, faces having to do more with less trained and capable staff. So one way to address a capability issue is through the design of the equipment. So if the design of the equipment can put, for example, a compartment that holds the ladder to the side of the truck instead of on the top or in the back, those 2 or 3 minutes retrieving a ladder to get it to where it needs to be saves the existing crew to manage that rescue and response scene. So some of these things may seem small, but in the aggregate, the design issues, and many institutions, hospitals, and so forth are looking at the design of their structures and equipment to help save both time and effort of existing staff and existing crew in order to address an emergency situation. So that's why it's important that they really address these design issues at the start, because it's a 20 to 25 year truck that we'll have, and we don't know, given existing recruitment, we know it's going to be difficult in the near term to be recruiting more and train staff. So just explain the details there.
Like I said, there's literally hundreds of hours put into the original design, forward thinking, where we are, what we need, where we're going, and not having those specific items built into the truck the way we designed it, we just could not accept the truck. Okay.
Council, any further questions, Council?
All good.
Thank you. The next item on the agenda is item number 8, resolution designating authorized official for the NBRC Award, NBRC 19 GVT 10 Causeway Improvements. Materials are in your packet. Are there questions from the council? I'm going to recognize Ms. Karen Verity, interim city manager, and then we will go further with any questions from the council.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. So this grant is the NBRC is the Northern Borders Regional Commission grant. This is a grant for $250,000. It was a grant that I was pleased to be part of in my previous position to help to write, and my organization previously was managing that grant, which will now fall to me in the interim to manage this. The total this is for the traffic signal and street lighting replacement project on the causeway, and for intersection improvements, essentially for safety. So the total project cost estimate is $874,072. The Regional Commission the Northern Border Regional Commission grant is $250,000. The match amount from the city comes out of the capital improvement program, and that is cash amount of $504,435. And in addition, there's a USDA Community Facility Disaster Grant awarded June 9th, 2021 of $119,637. So that grant goes against this, and that brings us to the budgeted amount of $874,007. So the grant itself was issued in 2019. The initial project performance was October 1st of 2019 to be completed by September 30th, 2022. The notice to proceed, everything is in place to proceed, was issued on June 25th, 2020. Of course, COVID hit and changed our project timeline. So the grant agreement was, they agreed to extend the period of project performance until September 30th, 2023. And the scope of work was amended because costs have gone up, as well as the project budget being changed a bit. Of course, September 30th is right around the corner. We did go out to bid in May. The bids came in too high, so the project has been rescoped. Northern Borders approved a second amendment on May 26th, extending the period of the project performance starting September 30th, 2023 for a year to September 30th, 2024. We are just going out to bid with this. And you can view the bid documents on the website to see where the location will be and what the project is. So what I am requesting of the council for the grant management itself, they require an authorized signer to execute the grants and to make requests for the payment of the grant. So that's what is before you here in terms of the resolution to appoint the interim city manager as the authorized signer for the grant.
You may want to just read the resolution.
Right.
Once we approve it.
So I'd like to read this resolution into the record. A resolution authorizing the Karen interim city manager is empowered to act on behalf of the city of Newport, Vermont, as the authorized official and granted permission to sign all Northern Border Regional Commission investment documents for the NBRC 19GVT10 grant award to the city of Newport, Vermont in the amount of $250,000, resolved by the City Council of Newport, Vermont as follows. Whereas the city of Newport, Vermont has been awarded a Northern Borders Regional Commission grant in the amount of $250,000, NBRC 19GVT10 grant award for the Causeway Intersection Project. Now therefore, the interim city manager, Karen Garrity, is hereby authorized on behalf of the city Newport, Vermont, to be the authorized official and apply for, accept, and expend grant funds from the Northern Borders Regional Commission as authorized official interim city manager Karen Garrity has permission to sign all NBRC investment documents that bind the city of Newport for the NBRC 19 GVT10 grant award to the city of Newport, Vermont in the amount of $250,000. And that would be approved this 7th day of August, 2023. So,
May I make a notation?
yes.
Just to note that we're doing this resolution because the previous city manager, Laura Dolgan, was the authorized signer on the grant. I have to, in this position for interim, be the authorized signer. When the final decision is made for the city manager appointment, you may have to do this resolution again, just to make that clear.
So, are there any questions from the council on this? Are there any questions from the public? Okay, do I hear a motion to approve the resolution designating Karen Garrity, interim city manager, as the authorized official for the NBRC award, NBRC 19 GVT10 Causeway Improvement?
So moved.
I have a motion to approve the resolution designated Karen Garrity, interim city manager, as the authorized official for the NBRC award, NBRC 19 GVT10 Causeway Improvement. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the resolution designated Karen Garrity, interim city manager, as the authorized official for the NBRC award, NBRC 19GVT10 Causeway Improvement. Is there further discussion by the council? Okay, all those in favor of approving the resolution designated Karen Garrity, interim city manager, as the authorized official for the NBRC award, NBRC 19 GVT10 Causeway Improvement, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. The motion to approve the resolution designating Karen Garrity, interim city manager, as the authorized official for the NBRC award, NBRC 19 GVT10 Causeway Improvement, carries. The next item on the agenda, oh, I'm sorry, they're not done? Oh, they were signing while I was.
Just me. Two more up there.
Take your time. The next item on the agenda is item number 9, new business. President Johnson?
Yeah. I'm not president, but I'll take the
Oh,
time.
I'm sorry.
I'll take the time.
Here you go. Pass the cup. Mr. Johnson.
We hand these out.
Just got the notice.
This to you. So, he's calculated, Jeannie's got his grand list laws, and we calculated the new tax rate for 23-24. As you can see, the tax rates are based on a grand list of $321,623,860, and a voter approved budget of $4,343,007, and approved appropriations of $169,818, and voted exemptions of $60,884. So the municipal rate, 23-24, is going up from 131.84 to 135.03. The non-residential rate is the same. You'll see that the education rates have gone up a little bit for both the resident and non-resident. Funny thing is, there used to be a big gap between the resident and non-resident. It's not there anymore. It's only about $2. So we're getting pretty even. So the residential rate, the 23-24, will be $308.92, and the non-residential rate would be $310.28. And tax, if you approve this, the tax bill will be going out the 1st of October, thereabouts. Any questions?
We need to vote on that tonight.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
For those of us that aren't good at math, what would that be, let's say, on $100,000? That increase
About $3,000.
increase?
Not total.
No, total. I don't know what you, I don't know what you paid last year. Well, last year it'd be $2,900, so about $100.
So we have to have
Should we vote tonight or move it on to the next agenda?
he needs to do that so we get the tax bills.
You got any questions, Karen, on this?
I just wonder if we should, give the council more time to consider it, to review it.
Well, I don't know what they're gonna consider, so this is what it is.
That was my
There's
only
nothing
question.
they can't change anything. It's all based on the grand list and what the budget was approved. I mean, they can, as long as they get it approved by the 1st of October, they can send the tax bills out. That's really nothing can be changed. The education rates are all set by the state.
So I would say we ponder it now, put it on the next meeting as for approval. It's got to go anyway, so if we all vote no, it's going to happen. So.
It's city budget's already been approved.
Yeah, the grand list has already been lauded, the city budget's been voted on.
So that's,
It is what it is.
how much, if anything, could be changed.
All honesty, we can do it right now because nothing's going to change.
It doesn't make a difference to me one week, now or next week, or
Let's put it on the agenda.
change it.
Or we can make it more formal
Yeah.
and put it in the agenda for next time.
Hmm?
We could make it more formal and put it in the agenda for next time in the morning.
Okay. Sounds good.
So do I hear a motion to put it on?
Oh, we'll just put it on.
We're just gonna put it on the agenda.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
so then we don't need to do anything but put it on the agenda.
That's all I got.
Okay. So I'm gonna go down the list now.
Point of clarification, Madam Mayor. So I'm sorry, I didn't hear the answer that Mr. Johnson gave for what would do for, what was it, $100,000 home? And is that per 1,000 or is that per, must be per 100?
Well, if it's $100,000 home, you take 1,000, multiply it by $3, it's $3,000.
And is
308.
And it's going to be brought up at the next agenda for an official thing, so ask me questions, not saying you can't ask questions, but let's wait till we actually.
You
do
want
it.
this, Chris? You want that?
Yeah, is that the same?
same.
I think
You
you're-
got it?
On the other end.
I knew you were gonna say that, though.
Well, then you could have just handled it.
Mr. Charbonneau?
No, thank you.
Mr. Wilson?
I have no new business.
I have none. Mr. Vachon?
Just some wonderful events this past weekend, and kudos to all those involved, and it looked like they had a lot of fun.
Mr. Curtis?
I've been getting hammered from the public, unfortunately for Tom, Public Works. Potholes, the, what people refer to as the circus on Spruce Street. Water reservoir. Tom and I have had private conversations about, Spruce Street, but I haven't, I was a little disappointed, I can't answer, people's questions. The reservoir, is the reservoir done? I don't know. No memo, no information, I don't know. People are tired of traveling Spruce Street racetrack back on, for not days or weeks, now it's been months. I did notice Saturday there's some sort of river mat, so I'm anticipating some drilling and blasting soon. I just don't have answers to tell the public, and I would have appreciated a memo as an update. People want to know the Goslin's excavator, what it cost. Now there's another excavator, whose is it, what does it cost? Those, I can't answer the questions, and I feel stupid that I can't. So can you help us with an update?
So
Certainly could.
if I could speak?
Please do.
Mr. Curtis, so if you have these questions, that's my role. So if I don't know these questions, it's my role to get that information from our staff and provide it to you, and I can provide as much detail as you need. So I'm in the office, you can call my number or send me an email. And I recognize that community quite often wants to know information yesterday, but I can get it pretty quickly. And the best thing to do is contact me, give me the list of questions and the information that you'd like, and I can give you a full detail written out so that you can either email or speak to people directly.
I'd still like it answered here. We're on video, the public's here. I want answers to these questions.
But it would be also-
We were gonna get an update every 2 weeks, and you said, no, we'll do it every week. I haven't seen an update in 3 weeks.
No.
So I'd like the answers to these questions now.
Well, that's fine, and if you could also provide us with the people who are asking these questions, we can directly respond.
Most people
We're happy
don't want
to
to
do
get
that.
involved, and they voted for me because I'm not afraid to ask questions.
No, I'm just saying we can provide information if we know, so.
If someone has the answer now, I'd like the answers right now. Seems that it's like a cover-up. People are hiding things. I would like the answer to the questions I asked.
Well, there's no cover-up. We're getting the
This
question
is what I
tonight.
get from the public.
Right, it's what you
Even
hear.
now, it's like, no, we don't want to answer it. Just Tom Bernier, please tell me the answers to my questions.
So, I think the best thing to do right now is to get those answers. Ms. Carity has said she will look
Well, I'm
into
more than
Correct.
disappointed that Mr. Bernier cannot answer questions that I'm asking. More than disappointed.
Mrs. Mayor, do you want me to respond, or do you want me to keep getting bashed?
Well, no, I don't want any bashing. What I want is, if you feel comfortable to stand and give some of these answers, it's your choice. If you
You guys
are
have every
comfortable.
right anytime to email me or to Karen to get answers.
The last email I sent you months ago still hasn't been answered.
Well, from the
So
first
I don't
email I ever
understand.
received from you, Mr.
There's no
Curtis, I
bashing.
thought
I'm
I
asking you a
responded to
question about your job, your role, your ability to do your job.
So,
Are you
right,
putting me on the spot right now? Is that
I'm
what you're
just
saying?
asking questions that I get asked. I am voted for. People vote for me. Hundreds of people voted for me. You're appointed. You only have to answer to 5 or 6. I have to answer to hundreds.
And the process is the city manager manages the employees. I work as the liaison between the council, who have many questions, justifiably, to get you the correct information to take to your constituents. I'm not a politician, but I work with the council to provide you with the information. The staff works at my direction on projects for the city. So we provide the information. We want to provide the best information, and it's good that you're highlighting this. I can say that you brought up an issue a few weeks ago saying you had called my office many times and I didn't answer. We pulled the call log and you had not called my office. I don't know what number you were calling. So I'm just putting out, there may be issues, but please email us. Please call me directly. You can put staff on the spot if you want, but we want to get the most accurate answer possible. So I hear 2 questions: what's happening with the reservoir and what's happening on Spruce Street. We can get you that information. I'll email you everything you need to know, and then you can email it or talk to constituents with the information. It's on record as saying we will do this,
okay.
but that's the process.
So if I may, I think that the best thing to do right now is perhaps get you the questions and also get me the questions. And then I will make sure that we all sit down and we get these answers for you, okay? Moving on, Ms. Therian, do you have anything that you'd like to add, or are we good?
Good.
Ms. Garrity, do you have anything?
Nothing.
Old business. Mr. Johnson?
None.
Mr. Charbonneau?
None.
Mr. Wilson?
Yeah, I'm gonna have one thing, because it happened 9 hours ago, so it's old business now. As you know, as you drive into the city, we have signs that say Newport, Vermont, Purple Heart City. Well, 7 August is the Purple Heart Day, and there was a ceremony put on by the VFW this morning. They did it in the gym. Yeah, a lot better turnout than the first year. It was hard. Had a real dynamic speaker. He was on TV at one time when someone gave him a Purple Heart they'd found. And he now is the head of the organization that researches with the name and actually gives them back to the families that probably half of them never know. So I saw a comment tonight, well, it wasn't advertised. Well, come on. I'm advertising for next year's now, 7 August, so we're gonna have another. But it was advertised at the club, and I got Mr. Brown, and we got that put on the marquee. So, not much more we can do. We're not gonna go door to door, but it was a very good ceremony this morning. And just so you know, so we did live up to it, and the VFW is one of these that's going to do it on the actual day, because 7 August is Purple Heart Day. So, other than that, I have nothing new.
That was wonderful. Mr. Curtis, old business?
No, thank you.
Ms. Therian? Ms. Garrity? Did I miss anybody?
I have
Chris?
nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's okay. I have nothing. Thanks.
Okay. So, the next item on the agenda, number 11, setting the next meeting. The next regularly scheduled council meeting will be in the council chambers of the municipal building on August 21st, 2023 at 6:30 p.m. And I'd like you to please note that due to a previously scheduled commitment, I will not be in attendance. Please note that there will be a special council meeting on August 15th, 2023 at 6:30 p.m. in the council room, and that will be to interview candidates for the city manager. Finally, it's time to adjourn.
Point of clarification, Madam Mayor.
Yes.
How many candidates do you plan to interview on the 15th?
We do not have that yet. We will first be meeting with the headhunters, et cetera, and we will get all of that. So do I hear a motion to adjourn the meeting at, I have 7:30.
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:30. Do I hear a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second to adjourn the meeting at 7:30. All those in favor of adjourning the meeting at 7:30, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. The motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:30 is carried.